Welcome to the Obelisk. Now, on this channel we've travelled through the desert sands of the ancient Middle East, explored the halls of the Norse gods, and climbed the pyramids of Mesoamerica. But today we head east, to the land of kawaii culture and anime, Pokemon, and Nintendo. Yes, Japan. But we're not talking Game Boys and Ghibli, we're talking much older. Today we dive into the ancient spiritual tradition of Shinto, the indigenous belief system of ancient Japan. We'll explore its mythic origins, sacred spirits, unusual rituals, and even how it still shapes modern life. Let's uncover the invisible threads that bind the spirit world and ours. Welcome to the Obelisk. Sorry to interrupt your video. This is the part of the video where I ask you to subscribe. Subscribe. Thanks. Back to the video. Mythic Origins, the creation of Japan. Shinto mythology begins not with one god but with many. From the chaos of the early cosmos emerged Izanagi and Izanami, divine siblings tasked with creating the land. With the jeweled spear, they stirred the sea, and from the drops, the Japanese islands formed. Their union birthed not only land, but also gods and death. Izanami died giving birth to the fire god, plunging Izanagi into grief and descent into the underworld. When he escaped Yomi, which is the shadowy realm of the dead, he purified himself, and from the cleansing came three of the most powerful deities, including the sun goddess Amaterasu. These stories form the foundation of Shinto. Japan was not just made by gods, it is sacred. But if Japan is sacred, what lives within it? Next, we'll meet the kami, the countless spirits that dwell in nature, objects, and even people. Kami, the spirits all around us. In Shinto, the world is alive with spirits called kami. Kami aren't omnipotent gods like the Abrahamic faiths. They're spiritual forces, some tied to natural phenomena like rivers, wind, or trees. Others are ancestral. Even a well-used tool can gain a kami of its own. There are kami of mountains, foxes, rice paddies, and even toilets. Yes, really. It's not about belief in some distant heaven. It's about respect for the sacred around you. In this moment, in this place, every shrine, every ritual is a way of staying in harmony with these spirits. Because when harmony breaks, disasters flow. So, what do Shinto rituals look like, and why do they involve so much purification? Purification and practice. Cleanliness isn't just next to godliness in Shinto. It is godliness. The spiritual world must be kept in balance, and that starts with purification called harae. Before entering a shrine, worshippers wash their hands and mouths. Priests perform elaborate rituals with salt, fire, and sacred paper to cleanse the space and people from spiritual defilement, known as the kigare. Rituals are simple but powerful. Bowing, clapping, offering coins, and saying prayers at shrines. There's no scripture, no singular founder, and no moralistic heaven or hell, though Yomi, the underworld, exists in mythology. But it's not a place of judgment, just a gloomy, shadowy realm of the dead. But how do these beliefs shape everyday modern life in Japan? Let's explore how the Shinto survives in the 21st century. Shinto today, a living religion. Though most Japanese today say they're not religious, over 70% of the population still participate in Shinto rituals. New Year shrine visits, blessing a newborn, buying a protective charm before exams. It's part of life. Even anime and pop culture reflect these ideas. Think of Spirited Away. in the bathhouses, or Pokemon rooted in natural elements. Shinto is so embedded in Japanese identity that it doesn't feel like a religion, it feels like the atmosphere of life. But is this just cultural habit, or is there still deep spiritual weight behind these rituals? Let's find out by visiting Japan's most sacred sites and the spirits they honour. Sacred spaces, shrines and mountains. Shinto shrines are everywhere in Japan, over 80,000 of them, each marked by the iconic Torii Gate, signalling the boundary between the human and the divine, from small roadside shrines to grand sites like Ise-jingu, dedicated to the sun goddess Amaterasu. These are places of presence, not preaching, offering festivals and seasonal rituals, keep the kami happy and the people blessed. Certain mountains, like Mount Fuji, are considered sacred, inhabited by powerful kami. Pilgrimage, nature worship, and seasonal festivals like the Obon, when spirits return to visit the living, all reflect a worldview in which the physical and spiritual are always entwined. But what happens when Shinto meets modern power, like emperors, war, and nationalism? The emperor, war, and Shinto's dark side. Shinto isn't all cherry blossoms and peace. In the 19th and earlier 20th century, it was weaponized. Japan's leaders transformed it into state Shinto, declaring the emperor a living god and shrines to foster nationalism and military loyalty. This was a modern aberration. Traditionally, Shinto was decentralized, apolitical, and focused on local spirits and spiritual rites. State Shinto became a tool of imperial propaganda, helping justify Japan's aggression in World War II. After the war, it was dismantled, and Shinto returned to its grassroots as a personal spiritual tradition. So now that we've seen its history, beliefs, and evolutions, is Shinto still a religion of relevance today? A faith without dogma? Shinto is a religion without a founder, without doctrine, and without fear of punishment in the afterlife. It doesn't ask for belief, it asks for respect, for ritual and relationship with the world around us. Its resilience lies in its simplicity, honouring these spirits, and to keep harmony and to live well. Whether you see it as a religion, philosophy, or cultural tradition, Shinto offers a lens to see the world as sacred, not in a book, but in the bark of a tree or the curve of a mountain. And in an age of digital disconnection, maybe that's a reminder we need. Next week, we head from the serene forests of Japan to something much spookier. The most famous ghost in history. Trust me, you don't want to miss that one. Thank you for exploring the world of Shinto with me, a belief system where the divine is as close as your breath and as old as the wind. If you enjoyed this journey, like, share, and subscribe to the Obelisk. What belief system or heretical ideas should we explore next? Drop it in the comments below, and until next time, keep seeking the truth wherever it lies. Thank you for watching.